Thank you again for connecting with today's The Reframe Brain podcast episode. This is Erica Savage, the founder and host, extending a personal invitation for you to join our community where you can receive my 5 best brain health tips and a playlist curated with you in mind. Please go to thereframedbrain.com. Thank you again and be well. Well, happy Monday. Today is August 7th, 2023. I am Erica Savage, the founder and host of the Reframe Brain podcast, where we center brain health and unseen injuries. We do this every first and third Monday of every month. Remember, we kind of switch it up. So on the first Mondays of the month, I'll be bringing you brain health tips and be speaking with you about different events that I have coming up. And on the third Monday of every month, we will have a guest. And I'm really excited for who we have coming up on the third Monday of this month. But want to go ahead and roll right into it and say thank you so much for everyone that continues to subscribe to the Reframe Brain family. We are growing our subscription, but definitely want to take this opportunity to ask you to please share with a friend. Unseen injuries and brain health are a real priority in all of our lives. So I'll ask you to please, when you get your newsletter, do share that with someone if you're not yet subscribed yet. To get our weekly Mindset is Greater Than Monday's newsletter, go to the reframebrain.com. And if you already are a subscriber and you're watching this on your favorite podcast platform or listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, please do share and then leave us a review so we can continue to expand our family. I am very excited to share with you all something that we have coming up for this month. August the 20th, there will be an online conversation that I'll be hosting, Navigating the Unseen. And what I have found to be very interesting is that over the past couple of months that I've been doing podcast interviews or have been in media spaces, what I've been hearing a lot from people in the audience is that they're hearing unseen injuries for the first time or reading about it for the first time. So just here very briefly, I want to break out a little bit by what I mean when I say unseen injury. For me, I adopted that term specifically because as many of you know, or some of you, it may be new to you, I'm a celebrity wellness lifestyle coach and a corporate consultant as well in cognition coaching. The way that I entered that space is March 15th, 2021. I was hit twice by an 18-wheel truck from behind while traveling for work. And it left me with substantial injuries, one of them being a traumatic brain injury that essentially moved me from a political executive functioning highly to functioning essentially as a toddler. And so through my recovery as a polytrauma patient, there were modalities that I gained. I created my own signature modalities because at this time, we're still alongside the pandemic. What I discovered is that a lot of the conditions that I was struggling with, many other people with or without a diagnosis were struggling as well. And because a person may not present anxious, may not present depressed, may not present to be suffering from a chronic condition, oftentimes people are very dismissive and seeing injuries and seeing differing abilities, disabilities, exceptionalities as very much so relegated to what we can see physically manifested. So I've taken the approach of really sharing more on unseen injuries to bring the awareness that there are millions and millions of people that are really struggling with unseen injuries. And some of the ways that it's showing up are chronic busyness, extreme social media strolling, either lack of sleep or oversleeping, a person that is experiencing societal withdrawals. There are a number of unseen injuries that people are actually struggling with, and it manifests in those different ways. So, I am here to share with you this online conversation. The feedback that I've gotten from it has really been extraordinary, and I want you to be a part of this conversation because we're not only going to be talking about unseen injuries and their manifestations, but also I will be leading and sharing with you some of the ways that you can also have remedy to some of these conditions that you may experience now. You know, as it says in the disclaimer, in all that I do, I am not a doctor, a therapist. by any means. So always do consult with your primary care physician for anything that you're looking to add to your routine that may impact your health. And also, you just want to know where you are in your health. But these modalities are things that we can do that will, in fact, improve your life. So I really, really want you to be a part of this online conversation. It takes place online. So that means that wherever you are, you can absolutely show up and be present, but not just be present to hear, because it's not a place of shame. It's not a place of making one feel bad. It is not a place of, oh my gosh, I've been doing everything wrong. It's going to take me forever. As we say, this is a journey that we're on. This is our life. So the way that we have actually navigated the conditioning, modeling, or have been genetically predisposed to some conditions, um, some behaviors that were modeled to us, perhaps some ways that have been learned to self soothe that may not be particularly healthy. When we come into awareness of those things, that's when we can actually take the time to actually teach ourselves something new. And let me just tell you a little bit about the brain. The brain loves new things. So it takes discipline, but it is something that we can all do, because remember, the way that we learned how to walk, the way that we learned how to talk was over time. And they're not failures, they are lessons to be learned. So I'm really, really excited about this online conversation. You can go to the reframebrain.com to RSVP. That is the reframedbrain.com. It is Sunday, August the 20th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you say, Erica, well, listen, girl, I know that. How is it going to change? What is going to make the difference in hearing this information? Hearing the information and knowing that something actually does resonate with you, or to be more empathetic to someone that it does resonate with, because that will then help build a bridge to perhaps how you can communicate a little bit better with that person, no matter who they are. It really does help to continue to build the well of empathy, because as I have mentioned and said, across many media platforms, there was a very specific time in my healing and recovery where I would walk to a door and didn't know what I was supposed to do next. Was the door going to automatically open? Was I supposed to, um, you know, open it myself? I didn't understand how to open up that door. And those were real times in my life. So that is why hearing about the unseen, whether or not we believe that it applies to us, the benefit also is that it does help us become more empathetic. And these signature modalities that I have created and techniques that I have learned, I'm telling you, I have watched them transform people either on the spot or on my time working one to one with clients, both personal and both corporate. So I'm really, really excited for what this opportunity will provide for each of you. I want to say thank you to the Reframe Brain family for embracing it. And so as you hear more about this, please do share. I'm going to be sharing across not only the YouTube channel, but on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn. And I am asking you, because we are all in community together here, to please also share with your network, with your communities. Booked and busy, I'm telling you, it looks a whole lot different when you're working one to one with a person, and it's actually the unseen part of them is really causing a lot of chaos within their body. And so people get really, really excited when they experience and when they actually engage the modalities and techniques that actually do help bring about a sense of calm, that actually does activate the parasympathetic nervous system, and that really does help people thrive, to decrease that overwhelm and to increase focus, so that their productivity is sharpened. And that's not always creating more widgets, that's being more productive in their person. And I am here to tell you I've done it, and I plan to continue to do that one to one and corporately. So please, this is my invitation for you to join the online conversation, Navigating the Unseen, August the 20th. That's on a Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the link will be sent the day before, or actually the day of the actual event. So do please RSVP. So, if you are new to the Reframe Brain podcast family, I want to say thank you so much. Do share in the comments. Definitely would like to shout you out and welcome you properly. And if you are a person who is an OG, thank you to all the OGs that continue to support the Reframe Brain podcast and wellness community. It has been my pleasure to be before you today. I am Erica Savage. And remember, on the Reframe Brain podcast, we do this work, we do this journey, one beautiful breath at a time. I look forward to seeing you at the online conversation, Navigating the Unseen, Sunday, August 20th, 2023 at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. RSVP at thereframebrain.com. Thanks so much, everyone, and be well. Bye-bye.
Thank you again for connecting with today's The Reframe Brain podcast episode. This is Erica Savage, the founder and host, extending a personal invitation for you to join our community where you can receive my 5 best brain health tips and a playlist curated with you in mind. Please go to thereframebrain.com. Thank you again and be well.